When we set up Time for Advice in 2010, we committed to build on Microsoft's technology, as we believed that by aligning our development in CURO with the budgets of Microsoft, we could add real value to financial advice businesses by making Microsoft technology relevant to our industry. Since then, we've worked hard to continually evolve CURO to meet the demands and needs of our clients and have received the recognition by Microsoft for what's been achieved to date. However, as we know, change is the only constant, and the pandemic accelerated the drive for digital transformation across all industry sectors, prompting Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, to state that digital transformation that was projected to happen over the next 10 years is happening today. Over this period, Microsoft has been busy investing in their technology to deliver the tools businesses need to meet the challenges of the new world. To put that into context, in the last financial year alone, Microsoft has invested over $27 billion in development, and our own cause is to take the fullest advantage of the technology revolution that Microsoft is funding, and to empower you and your colleagues as a result. We start our journey in the software that most people fire up when they enter the office, Microsoft Outlook. One of the major causes of risk in a business is the loss of any audit trail when it comes to dealing with clients. The most important thing is to capture every telephone call, every task and meeting against the client record. But this represents a challenge for many people as it's time consuming. And when people are busy, it's easy to forget to do. CURO overcomes this due to the Outlook app that is deployed to connect CURO to Outlook, making it easy to capture the full audit trail from within one place. In this section, let's look at a real-life example where the client, Scott Tempest, receives an email from his advisor asking for a quick telephone call. Scott duly responds, and we see the email arrive in the advisor's inbox. The advisor selects the Dynamics 365 app from the menu in the email and tracks the email at the click of a button. Once the tracking is complete, then the advisor can navigate from Outlook directly to the client's contact record in CURO as shown. If we look at the Activity Timeline tab, we can see that the email is now saved safely in the CURO timeline, where the entire audit trail of all open and completed activities can be found. But it gets better. What if you receive an email from someone that is a potential client, but no client record exists in CURO? Since the Outlook app is looking for an email address in CURO, if it can't find one, then we get a screen that invites you to create a new record in CURO. The system invites us to create either a new contact, lead, or account as required. In this example, we're going to add Roland Richards as a new lead. The app presents a quick create form from where the advisor can add the basic details of the new lead. Once this is completed, then the link presented here allows you to navigate to the new lead as shown. The link between Outlook and CURO makes it easy for users to capture all activities undertaken by the firm against the client record, thus ensuring all promises made to the client are kept and also minimizing the risk to the business. Tracking and creating records in CURO is just the start of the technology revolution being driven by Microsoft. In our video, Collaborating Using Microsoft 365, we explore how Microsoft's integrated approach enables extensive collaboration across the teams in your business, facilitating completely new ways of working for the digital age. You will have heard already about Copilot, Microsoft's new AI-driven app. Copilot is the beginning of the AI revolution for Microsoft, and we're already seeing its impact across all the Microsoft Power Platform estate. Let's look at what this means for an Outlook user. We can see a new email has come in from an existing client, and he wants some help regarding his financial planning. This latest email is just one of a number relating to his planning. If we now select Copilot from the email menu, Copilot will immediately summarize the details of the entire email string, highlighting the key actions that are required. This useful feature means that the user doesn't have to read the entire email string to find out what's needed, which saves a significant amount of time, but more importantly, it ensures that all of the key action points are highlighted and so help avoid potentially expensive mistakes. Copilot can now compose a reply to the latest email as shown. Having had Copilot create the draft reply, we can then finesse this further before sending it to the client. Copilot for Dynamics has already been released in the US, and we expect to see this becoming available to apps like CURO early in 2024. The message is clear. Unless businesses adopt modern, digitally enabled technology, they'll be left behind by those that do. Continuing the theme of connected solutions, let's now look at OneNote. Recording client planning hard facts, although critical to the financial planning process, is only half the story. It's the soft facts, the feelings, the emotions that facilitate action. Capturing these soft facts is not something that fits easily as structured data in a client management solution. For these reasons, many firms we meet use Microsoft OneNote to record these critical insights. As you might expect, as a popular application in Microsoft 365, adding OneNote to CURO on Power Platform is easy. OneNote is accessed via the client records activity timeline, as you can see here. All the notes are linked to the client record and stored in the client's SharePoint directory. This means that users can gain access to their notes from within CURO's already seen or via SharePoint itself. The default document store in CURO is SharePoint. It connects seamlessly with CURO and enables documents to be held securely against the client record. To add a document, simply navigate to the Document tab in the CURO record as shown here, click on the Upload button, and navigate to the document to be stored in CURO. As you can see, it's loaded immediately. SharePoint also supports collaboration with work colleagues in Teams, as you will see in the video collaborating using Microsoft 365. As you can imagine, there's a lot more depth to SharePoint capabilities than reviewed here, but the subject of document storage and document management will be considered in more detail in a future video. Now let's take a look at Teams. Teams is the go-to platform for online meetings, as well as internal collaboration between groups across a business. As you might now expect, it's also integrated with CURO. While working in a client record, it's possible to invite your colleagues to discuss a client's circumstances at the click of a button, like so. As well as being able to chat to any number of colleagues, it's also possible to connect a client record to a Teams channel that's dedicated to a particular client service, as you can see here. In addition, documents contained in SharePoint can also be shared. Clearly, Teams is used as the default digital meeting space, and meetings can be recorded and the recording shared between the interested parties and stored in SharePoint for audit purposes. Finally, Teams telephony allows the users to click the relevant contact telephone number for CURO to then dial and create a telephone activity. So in summary, it's clear that by utilising CURO and Power Platform, firms can at last begin to address the disconnected world that has plagued our industry for years due to the nature of the legacy back-office systems in common use. Firms should not underestimate the pace of change manifest today, and that rate of change will only accelerate. Those businesses that adopt and embrace modern technology will survive and thrive. Those that ignore it will simply get left behind.